Hi everybody, welcome to the July 17th edition of the Jackson Sun Sports Rundown. My name is Craig Thomas. Lots going on in the Jackson Sun Sports section today and tomorrow, and we're going to start off with Tennessee football because they're one of the teams at the SEC Media Days. Brandon Shields, the sports editor, is down there in Hoover, Alabama, in the Birmingham area at the SEC Media Days. Several teams down there today. Tennessee is the most popular local team that's down there today. They'll be our focal story for tomorrow. And probably don't need explaining if you're a sports fan in this area what's at stake for Tennessee football. They've had a rough couple of years. They've got a new coach now in Butch Jones who's taken over for Derek Dooley, and that'll be a huge storyline going into September, what kind of year Tennessee football is going to have in the SEC East. It's a challenging division. They're not going to be one of the favorites, but it'll be really interesting to see what kind of team they have this season. There will be a roundup as well that goes with the SEC Media Days, just like we did yesterday. There'll be 5 other teams that are being focused on down in Birmingham today. So Brandon will have sort of a recap of all those teams, what the coaches say and everything like that. And he's also talking to Avery Williamson, who has left Milan High School and become a pretty prominent player at the University of Kentucky. So definitely something to check out there, see how one of the local kids has done at the college level. Adamsville High School is the high school program that we're looking at today. Brandon went down to Adamsville a while ago and talked to the coach, Brandon Gray, down there. Adamsville's been one of the more consistent programs around here in the last couple of years. They've had some very good seasons. Have not won a state championship in those seasons, but they're looking to kind of keep things going with a little bit of turnover in talent, but still they've been a pretty good football program recently. The Jackson Generals will have their All-Star game tonight. There will be several Generals represented there at the All-Star game, which is in Jacksonville, and so we'll keep up with that and have a little story about how the Generals players do in the All-Star game. See if anybody gets a big hit or has a big moment in that. And I know several of them did last year, and of course, a new group there this year. Outside of that, David Thomas has an outdoors notebook, kind of some weekly updates on some of the good places to fish and sort of how to do it the best. He's got some tips as far as what baits to use and where to fish on the lake. So if you go to any of those lakes that he usually looks at, you'll definitely want to check that out. And then finally, this morning I went to Jerry Nealon's signing with University of the Cumberlands. Nealon was a football player at Northside High School, played receiver, played also as a defensive back and a return man. He's going to, I think, be primarily a receiver there for University of Cumberlands, but he'll I think try to do some special teams work as well. And interestingly enough, his quarterback Adam Craig is going to be at University of Cumberlands as well. So that's kind of an interesting storyline with that. Otherwise, keep up with us through Twitter and Facebook. Brandon's been tweeting throughout SEC Media Days, and he'll keep doing it today and then tomorrow as well. Let us know if you have any thoughts about anything. Thank you for checking in, and hope you have a great day. Take care.